let's talk about healing the inner child, because this is of utmost importance. If you want to be healed and whole as a person, if you want your divine feminine, your divine masculine to come together in perfect unity within yourself, it's going to start with inner child healing. I've done some meditations here and there the last couple of years on healing the inner child. So I thought I was good. But I was wondering where these other blocks keep coming from, like why it seems like I keep getting held up by things in life. Well, it's not really about doing a meditation or two just to heal your inner child. It's far deeper than that. All time is right here, right now. Time as you think it is, being linear, it doesn't work that way. So the memories that you have, or the memories that you don't have, but they're stored in your body, those are versions of yourself that are still experiencing that trauma that they went through. Just to give an example, you've got a child that's ignored and made to feel unimportant, or really scary stuff happens in front of them and they're terrified, right? They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to process it. So it just gets internalized in their little body, okay? That affects them for the rest of their life, whether they're aware of it or not, if it's not dealt with. Because there's literally cells in their body that create this shield. They tighten up and create this shield. And until it's dealt with, it's there, okay? And that's still happening. That other version of you from the portal that leads to that day, that's still happening. That little child is still experiencing this emotion. And it can come up in all kinds of ways. That's why we have to deal with these things. We have to go within ourselves and face these things so we can lose that fear. And it doesn't necessarily happen just from going in and doing a meditation one time or two times or a handful of times. It's really about dedication and love to those inner parts of you. Because just like children, when you go poking around, just like a scared child, when you go poking around at it, they're going to run and they're going to hide, okay? But you spend time over and over again, like, hey, come here, little one. Let's talk about this. You're safe now, right? It's okay. You don't have to feel this way anymore. Come here, let's talk about this. Come here, let me hold you, let me love you. I did an inner child meditation yesterday morning with a woman that had me bawling. It had other people bawling. And it was a little version of me that was somewhere between 6 and 10 years old, maybe a little younger, I'm not sure, but it was somewhere in there. I'll say probably 4 to 8, somewhere in there. And that version of me was not even in this dimension. I had a nightmare around this age, and that version of me in that nightmare is where I ended up. yeah, that's how well these things can hide. And when I went to try, I was trying to hug this version of me, and he's just kicking and screaming like, I mean, like flailing, trying to get away from me holding him. And it just broke my heart because I remember being that little guy kicking and flailing, trying to get away from my abusers. But I kept working with him. I kept holding him and I kept letting him know it was okay. It was okay. That's over with, and he doesn't have to feel that anymore. He doesn't have to keep suffering. Things are different now. And we did this meditation for a little bit, and it's, I knew it wasn't over then, but I've continued more and more since then to realize that we've got to spend time doing this all the time because we can become our inner children. This is a part of us. We should live as like children. What we've been taught to do is nothing but trauma responses and doing what we're told. I want to live in bliss and I want to live like a child. Anyways, today I've been meditating because I felt this inner depression and sadness and loneliness and fear, and I have this come up a lot. Well, there were things that happened while I was in the womb is where I ended up today. In the womb, as an infant, as a toddler, younger than before what came up yesterday. Things that were just, for that little toddler of myself, all I could do was just sit there and hold this poor little guy, just hold him and let him know it was going to be okay, rock him. And he's, trying to do the same thing, just screaming. Screaming, and I had to be that person that that little baby needed. I had to be that person that patted him and let him know it was okay and somebody was here for him. I went back there and handled this and will continue to do so. I can feel that little baby right here, right now. Let's work on healing the inner child today. Oh, I was going to say, how can I expect to be really motivated about anything in life? How can I expect to trust people? How can I expect to really build anything if I've got these little bitty versions of myself as an infant that are terrified, and there's people that could comfort me that are terrifying me instead and hurting me? If I don't handle this, if I don't deal with this in a beautiful and loving way and make those versions of me feel better, how can I expect to do anything worthwhile in this outer world when I'm still wrestling with all those feelings in here?